Mac! Captain! Someone's climbed out, behind the sign.
One of the hostages?
They're all in black, wearing a mask.
Hold your fire. Be ready to shoot if he pulls a gun or makes a threatening move. It's Sam. Hold your fire. Hold your fire.
The lab is wired to explode. Get everyone out. Get everyone out now.
Let's go! Wait. They're gonna kill everyone in there if we storm the place.
Fine.
What's going on
They're
here?
gonna detonate. Get everyone out now, Max. Go. Come on.
Calm down. Hit him with the tear gas. Go on my command.
They're gonna know we're coming. At least they won't be able to see us. Do something! Back, we got him out!
Go.
Go! Let's go, get some help.
Jason! Has anyone seen Jason?
Emily!
Jason!
Hi, I'm sorry I bolted. I guess I just needed to catch my breath.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, you're absorbing terrible shock and disappointment. But it's important to remember, not being able to carry a child doesn't mean you can't be a mother.
The last thing I want to be is one more person putting pressure on you. But, you know, I'd like to help. I'm kind of at a loss if you don't tell me what you need.
What I need is to give my children the best life I can.
What can I do for you, Alexis? No offense, could you make it fast?
You know, when you do that, it just makes me want to talk slower. I need to talk to you about your testimony during the custody hearing.
I'm sorry. It's just a bad time. I can't do that right now, so...
I had to take a cab here because I'm too tired to drive myself, so I hope that gives you some sort of an indication of how important this is to me. Oh! I'm sorry. I almost plowed into you.
Oh, well, no harm done.
Oh, well, finally, Alan. Do you think that no one has anything to do around here except just stand around and wait for you?
Oh, Daddy is in his usual pre-charity function good humor.
I know you don't like to acknowledge or remember the fact that I'm a doctor, but patients take priority.
Oh, please, spare me the Hearts and Flowers higher calling speech. I've heard it too many times over the years.
Is it too much to ask to start this interminable evening without being at each other's throats? Monica, don't you know the answer to that?
Now, listen to me. Whatever bickering we do in private is one thing. But the minute we hit Metro Court, we have to present a united front as a family to counteract the hideous press that we've been getting on this Enduro scandal.
Well, some things are never
changing. Happy New Year. Everybody, Happy New Year.
Could you all give me a moment's privacy with my husband?
Well, we're already late because of Alan. Don't take too long.
Welcome back, Mr. Luke. You have been sorely missed.
Thanks. What about you? No welcome back?
Who was your first step? Your real wife or your imaginary wife?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have to get myself under control. I got myself this job on my own, and I'd like to keep it that way. I really don't want to mess it up.
Make an appointment soon to discuss your options. You know, it's possible you and Jason could have a child with the assistance of like a surrogate
Right,
or
I'm
a
sorry.
gestation.
I'm sorry, no offense, but as I told you earlier, I seriously doubt that Jason and I are ready for another woman to carry our baby.
When you got pregnant and we thought the baby could be mine, all I did was think about it. And the type of living situation that we would provide for the child.
Well, did you come to any conclusions?
Yeah, I wanted the baby to have a real family, you know, a mother and a father who were married, who love and respect each other. I probably might have sounded like I'm trying to tell you to get back to Lucky.
No.
For the baby's sake.
It's okay. I understand where you're coming from. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that you think my baby should grow up with his father.
But Lucky screwed up. Okay, and it doesn't mean he doesn't love his baby or he can't do better. I screwed up with Sam when I broke up with her because I thought I was protecting her.
Yeah, but you weren't addicted to drugs, and you didn't have an affair, and I mean, you only slept with me after you found out Sam had slept with Rick, and even though you may regret it now, at the time it wasn't.
Sam and I have forgiven each other, and we found our way back together. But that doesn't mean I regret being with you. Because I don't.
Well, I'm glad. Because no matter what, that night with you is something I will never be sorry for.
This is not another one of those risks that you like to take in the ER. And this is not some relationship problem that you can charm your way out of. This is your life. You have to take another test as soon as we can run it.
What's the difference if I find out now, in 3 weeks, or 3 months from now? If I am HIV positive, my viral load is so low that it's undetectable. And if I'm not, even better.
Obviously, you've already decided that you're HIV positive, and that scares you to death. Why not just find out the facts and find out if you have a reason to be?
General Hospital on ABC, brought to you by Advil. Advil works wherever it hurts. Advil, the every pain reliever.
Do you ever listen to me when I talk to you?
I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Okay,
you're wrong.
You just said it. It's my life. That means you don't get to decide. If I am HIV positive, I don't want to find out. At least not right now. I want to leave a little room for uncertainty, maybe a little bit of hope instead of crashing into bad news right away. Is that really that difficult to understand?
Yes, every day that you put off knowing is another day that you are not getting proper medical care. And you're promoting the attitude that caused this pandemic to begin with, the I'd rather not know attitude.
So now you're blaming me for everything HIV and AIDS related.
No, I just don't want to enable this kind of denial. Until you get tested again, we're done.
Let me make sure I understand this correctly. Unless I deal with my own medical status in a way that you approve of, you're bailing on me.
See it however you want. I just don't want to stand by while you spit in the face of every person that died before the protocol was available.
I see. So this is about Stone again.
No, this is not about Stone. This is about you. I love you, and I am willing to stand by you through anything. Except this type of ignorance.
I wish. Never mind.
No, tell me.
I just wish I could see you happy again.
come to realize that happiness is a fleeting thing at best.
It shouldn't be, especially for someone like you.
Someone like me.
Yeah, I mean, you have, so much to offer. But you've told me more than once that you're afraid if you shut Lucky out that he's gonna go back to drugs. Okay, the worst part of that for me would be watching you blame yourself.
So you think that I should take him back?
No, I'm just trying to offer another, way to look at this whole thing, okay? You've told me how lucky you saved your sanity and your soul after you've been raped, right? And in all the time since, you have not stopped loving him, even when you thought Lucky was dead, and now you were pregnant with Lucky's baby. I mean, can you really turn your back on that kind of history? I'm not saying if you don't go back that you're gonna be taking a big chance, okay? You will be. But if for some reason this whole thing goes wrong, you are strong, Elizabeth, and you will survive. Sorry, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. Ultimately, you need to do what's best for you and your baby.
I'm fully prepared to testify at Molly's custody hearing tomorrow, and I will promise you, I will not lose my temper. I will be the most polite, charming witness the courtroom has ever seen.
Thanks. Wouldn't it be funny if the judge gave you custody of Molly?
Well, then I just turn Molly right over to her mother because that's where she belongs.
Thank you. I know that I'm overcompensating. It's just that, can't wish away the evidence. I got caught, busted for smoking pot, and there's pictures of me showing it.
Maybe you use marijuana to counteract the effects of the chemotherapy.
Details.
Well, a judge might see it that way. All it takes is experience with somebody who's fighting cancer.
I've spent half my life in the justice system, and the judges tend to frown on people that use drugs illegally. This is also a double-edged sword. Because if I whine about how debilitating the chemo makes me feel, then it just strengthens Rick's case, and it tells the judge that I'm not strong enough to take care of Molly. So I made a big error here. I picked a fight with Rick that I knew that I couldn't win.
If you assume you're gonna lose, you probably will. What do you want?
We have a warrant to search the premises for marijuana. I have every intention of visiting Laura, but there's no rush because time means nothing to her.
So me first.
I'm curious, we didn't actually part on very loving terms. Did you divorce me in absentia?
I would have, except I couldn't help but notice the extraordinary lengths you went to keep our marriage intact. Why?
I thought we covered all that in our endless pre-wedding conversations.
Conversations? Please, you didn't hear a word. You were so mesmerized by Laura, you didn't listen when I tried to talk to you. All you wanted to do was get me to go along with your happy little family, happy little wedding scenario.
I'm listening now. So make your point, if you have one.
You jumped through hoops to give Laura the wedding she wanted. It would have been much more meaningful if it had been legal. Why hang on to me?
Because as much as I love her, I can't be with her.
So you settle for me?
I wouldn't put it like that. Hello, offspring.
You really are here.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
You doing
I
okay?
missed you.
And all's well that ends well. I suppose Spencer's home safe. Part of me believes that you were there, watching over him somehow. And that's one of the remarkable things about you, is the power and the strength of your love that you have. And I hope you can feel mine as well. You said to me before that we had the same heart. Well, I want you to know that mine is full right now. I have my son back, and Emily's with me. Close to my brother and sister. The only thing that's missing is you.
Hey, Laura, guess who? Like a bad penny. I brought you some daisies. Favorite flower you carried up at our wedding. Remember I made fun of you for not wanting roses? Big doings going on, I hear. Sorry I wasn't here. Tell you how wrong I was. About everything.
Things have been about as normal as they get around here. There's been no change in Mom's condition.
I don't expect there will be.
Yeah, I've only been by to see her once, but Nicholas goes every week like clockwork until he couldn't. You probably don't know, unless you do. I'm not sure how up-to-date your information pipeline is.
What happened?
Helena kidnapped Spencer, but everything's fine. Nicholas and Emily got him back.
And Helena?
Nobody knows.
Well, that's never a good thing.
Now would be a good time to apologize to your daughter for disappearing.
Is that what you need from me, Gumdrop? An apology?
It hurt everyone to lose Mom again. But if I've learned anything, it's that people deal with pain the only way that they can. And I'm not about to judge you on what works best for you. I'm very happy that you're home.
You are growing up.
Hey, do you want to be my date tonight? There's this charity fundraiser at the Metro Court. I promised Bobby that I was going to go.
Well, as appealing as that offer is, I'm not really in a mood to glad hand the people of Port Charles tonight, honey.
Okay, yeah. Well, I gotta get ready, so welcome home.
Thank you, sweetheart.
How lovely for you. Your daughter not only stopped resenting your abhorrent behavior, she's now making excuses for it.
Is this conversation about me and you, or me and her, or what? Because I can't do it all at once.
Oh, if you have something to say about me and you, I would love to hear it.
Okay. Okay. I like being Mr. Tracy. First time in my life there's a woman in it who pushes me to the edge of my experience, who challenges me. I am your husband. You're my wife. And it will remain that way until you decide otherwise.
There's no sign of marijuana anywhere.
Oh, you sure? You might have missed a spot. Did you check the wheatgrass? Because it could be a good camouflage.
What's going on?
Oh, my brother Rick has a search warrant, and he's going to find absolutely nothing.
I had reason to believe that there was marijuana on the premises.
Rick, you know there's no marijuana on the...
Sonny, Alexis was arrested once for possession. It stands to reason you, with your known connections to organized crime, might be her supplier.
Do you really think I'm stupid enough to get busted?
This is your job to harass a woman who's sick because this guy tells you to?
Listen, it was a legitimate warrant. I had to execute it. My opinion doesn't matter.
Let me clue you in on something, Detective Spencer. Things aren't always what it seems with my brother. He had no intention of finding marijuana in here. He just wanted to get me so upset that I do something foolish. As you can see, that's not happening. So I want both of you out of here right now.
Actually, I'd like to talk to Rick.
Alexis, what are you talking about? It's not a good idea. What do you mean?
I really think I should.
We'll be in my office. Excuse me.
Let's go. What's it all about, Alexis?
I surrender. Okay? You win.
I hate what that bastard's doing to Alexis.
Okay, look, there's nothing we can do about Alexis. But there is something you can do for Carly. Just give her the divorce.
All the arrangements have been made for the fundraiser, and the staff is all set.
Honey, why aren't you dressed? Are you going?
I feel like celebrating right now.
Why not? What's wrong? Turns out my marriage to Sonny is a lie, and he's doing everything he can to stop me from divorcing him. Okay, I'm lost. The police found evidence that proves Sonny shot Alcazar in self-defense. So you never needed to be married at all?
Exactly, yes.
Well, sounds like something you'd pull. It also sounds to me like Sonny's going to great lengths to get you back. So, forgive me, but I have to ask. Do you really want this divorce, or are you just playing hard to get?
Elizabeth. Hi. Lucky left you a message. He said that he's going to be late and he'll meet you here in the lobby. Okay, thanks. Are you okay? It just hit me that you have what I want most in this world, and you don't seem to appreciate it.
Is there a reason why you're still hanging around?
I have a lot of money, not to mention my life riding on the successful conclusion to this transaction. And since you're clearly not well, I've decided to take over.
Hi.
Hi.
If you wanted to talk to me about Patrick getting another HIV test, I already tried. He said that if he's positive, he doesn't want to know. I told him that that is clearly the wrong choice, but he refuses to listen to me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Maybe he needs to be suspended until he gets another test.
Well, clearly you disapprove of his decision.
It's clearly irresponsible.
He's human. I'm surprised that you don't understand that. You did exactly the same thing. When Stone was dying, you refused to take your HIV test. Patrick is doing what you did.
What do I have to do to get a simple notation on this chart? I asked for this an hour ago.
You're not even supposed to be on duty, so anything that I do for you, regardless of how long it takes, is a favor. A please or a thank you wouldn't be out of line.
Everything okay here?
Yeah. Dr. Drake Jr. here is just working out some personal issues with Dr. Scorpio. I was just about to suggest that he take them to a shrink.
I want to give his new meaning to the word insubordination. Write her up.
Well, why don't you not do that, especially if she's right? You come in here and you kick the staff because you're having problems with Robin?
Robin left me, all right? We're officially broken up because I'm not dealing with HIV in a way that she approves of.
Well, you tested positive?
I don't know. That's the point. I don't want to know.
I broke the law. You caught me red-handed. You have undeniably outmaneuvered me in every conceivable way. You have won, Rick, our sad little boar. I'm only going to ask one thing, just one thing, and that is that you be gracious in your victory. Not for me, but for Molly's sake. Come see her whenever you want. Anytime, no conditions. Drop the custody suit.
You may not believe this, but I wish I could help you.
wish you didn't have cancer, Alexis. I know it's the hardest thing that you've ever had to go through. And I wish I could do something to ease that pain, but not at the expense of my daughter. Molly's gonna come live with me because it is the best possible situation all the way around. I can give her the time and the attention that she needs. I'm not compromised by chemo. I'm not enthralled to Sonny. I can give her a better home and a better life. And that's what she deserves.
Sorry that I lied to you. I mean, why did you? I mean, if we can't trust each other, there's no way any of this is gonna work. The same goes for you and Carly. Do you believe Carly's better off with Jax? It's not the point. It is to me. Carly's happiness, my children's happiness is the point of everything. I hate that I lied to her. I hate that I was living on borrowed time, knowing that it was gonna blow up in my face. I hated doing to Carly what she's always done to me, but I couldn't figure out any other way to get through to her. So I thought that if we could just, reconnect and be, a family, Carly would want to stay.
I love Jax, and I know that if I stay strong and committed to him, we are going to have a wonderful life together.
I hear a but.
But he's not here. And I haven't talked to him in I don't know how long.
Honey, if you really love him, being apart for a few weeks shouldn't matter.
It wouldn't if Sonny would leave me alone. You know, I love Sonny. I care about Sonny, and it's not just because we have 2 kids together. I would love him even if we didn't.
Well, that's clear. So what happens next?
I don't know. I mean, if Sonny came to me from an honest place and he said, I love you, Carly, and I want you back, I'd go.
You are carrying precious life inside you, and from what I can see, you've made absolutely no effort to share that child with its father, and I just feel like that process should be...
You know nothing about me and my child, and next to nothing about this baby's father. So do me a favor and keep your unasked for opinions to yourself.
That holier-than-thou thing you put out never ceases to amaze me. What did you do this summer that's any different than what I did? At least I had the grace to regret being with Rick. Are you even sorry you slept with Jason?
Laura, all I was trying to do was to protect you in my own way, and I could have pulled it off. I could have. If it wasn't for that idiot Spencer sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, forcing you to break into pieces where you didn't know up from down. And then he selfishly pulls you back for such a short time. I'm not so mad at him as I am myself for not being here. I would give anything to go back in time.
Luke?
Doctor?
Would you like an update on Laura's condition?
I don't suppose there's been any change.
She's completely unresponsive, just like before. But we've begun an improved form of physical therapy.
Physical therapy?
It's something.
I just spent a week with Dr. Legrassi at his clinic in Paris. And he's been working on some possible therapies for people in Laura's condition. It's not looking good right now, but if he contacts you and needs an update on her situation...
Anything, yeah. I'll make sure he gets it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Good to see you.
Angel. It's me. Oh, daisies, huh? You've had a visitor? That's good.
Hey, sorry I'm late. My dad came home.
I know. I was there for the big arrival. Look, Alan's sitting right over there. Don't look. He's got his PDA, so I'm thinking maybe we should head to the party and get ready to lift it from him. Tonight could be the night we prove he's the killer.
You're right. How could I forget that? I did not want to be tested because if I was HIV positive, I would have had to tell Stone before he died.
Patrick isn't so different. He's afraid and he's avoiding.
What's different is that I got all the love and support from the people who loved me. I lectured Patrick and then walked out on him.
You don't have to tell me this, all right? I know I'm being a coward. I got a terrible feeling in my gut that it's going to be positive, but I don't want to see it on paper yet. I want to hold on to the 2% of hope I have left for just a little bit longer.
I gotta hope it's more than 2%. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm your father. I mean, maybe I don't want to, hear the worst any more than you do. But look, yeah, you gotta keep your perspective here. We're doctors. We know an inconclusive test is just that, inconclusive. And if it's positive, you're not gonna help yourself by sticking your head in the sand. All right? Now listen to me before you jump down my throat. Don't forget it was you who transplanted half your liver into me against my will. Keeping me alive was more important to you than respecting my wishes. Well, I'm turning the tables on you. I love you, Patrick. And so does Robin. And we want you to have the best possible chance at the fullest possible life. And that means knowing what your options are and acting on them. Sooner rather than later.
Mr. Craig's taken a room at the Metro Court Hotel. He made it clear that he wants to control this transaction.
Do you think he might try to double-cross you?
He might try. It's virtually impossible with the safeguards that are in place. The vault,
Lorenzo, are you all right?
Oh, all of a sudden my head is splitting.
When did you exactly know you didn't have to marry Carly to keep her from testifying?
The cops notified Diane 2 seconds before Carly walked in and agreed to marry me. The wedding was already arranged. You had already talked Carly into going through with it.
She panicked at the ceremony. She ran off. You asked me to bring her back, and I did because, you know what? As a friend, it was the only way I thought I could keep you out of prison.
I was wrong. I said I was sorry. I don't know what else you want from me. I didn't set out to hurt anybody or betray anybody. It was my only chance to stop her from marrying Jax because I know deep down in my heart she's making a mistake. She's gonna hurt herself and the children.
Okay, but you know it's Carly's life.
I know that. It's her choice and all that kind of stuff. You lied once, so she would stay with me.
Yeah, and I was wrong for doing that.
So that you're not gonna lie again? You're not gonna ever keep a secret from somebody you love?
Okay, I'm not claiming to be better than you, okay? I haven't been in the situation that you're facing, but your word needs to mean something. And so does mine. And I promised Carly I would take her to get a divorce. And I have to follow through now. So I'm gonna need her passport.
No. You know what? You've done enough and I appreciate it. I gotta make this right with Carly. If I can't, then I gotta let her go.
Hey, we're sorry we kept you waiting.
You're with my mother.
That's okay. Lucky's not even here yet.
Father, excuse me. You know, I checked. Doesn't seem you're registered at this hotel. Any reason why you keep showing up here?
May I speak to you for a moment?
Yeah.
So I couldn't help but notice the tension between you and Elizabeth. What's that about? Your name's not on the guest list.
Yeah, I just came by to give you your passport. You're gonna need it if you're gonna go to the Dominican Republic to get that divorce.
Sorry, dude.
Dr. Drake, I'm on my way.
All right, boys and girls, quick and clean. Anybody gets in the way, kill them.
Lulu, you stole my PDA. Why?
I have a better question for you. Why did you kill Rick Weber and frame my mother?
Look, your brother terrorized a lot of people who either work for this hotel or are at the charity event. You're not welcome.
I'm so sorry. I'm running even later than I thought. I caught an unexpected search warrant. I'll meet you there.
If you have something on Elizabeth that's gonna knock her off her nauseating pedestal, you should tell me because I'll run with it.
I appreciate what you did to save me. And I'm sorry that I, took advantage of your loyalty. I'd like to wish you happiness with Jax, but I tell you what, I can't. And I want to tell you.
Everybody stay where you are! This is a robbery. Cooperate, and it will be over in 5 minutes.
Now,